At Fiber Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Fiber Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Fiber Finance. We are the future of crypto.
And we're live. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Just wanted to come on this beautiful Sunday morning, just go over some news, go over some stuff that happened in the markets this week. And what up, Erwin? I know for you it's in the afternoon. Well, you should jump on, man, if you want to. I'll post the link up in here into the chat if anyone wants to come in and just say what's up, see what's good with the markets here. Beautiful red day. I mean, pretty much expected. September, typically one of the worst months in crypto, no doubt. Enjoy the family day. We got to do a Discord later though, so check that out. I sent out a message, so hopefully you got time for that later so we can all catch up. It's expected, the red here. I mean, it's Sunday. We all know not much happens. Formula One. There you go. Let's go, Lewis Hamilton. Did he take his nose ring out? I hope, and pay another fine. I saw something about that. It was hilarious. But yeah, let's look at Hedron. What's going on? Saw that was pumping a little bit. That's nice to see. For us Hexicans, Hedron was kind of a little savior here for us in this little bear market, alleged bear market, but looks like we consolidated and hopefully start to push back up towards all-time highs. You know, things are looking good now that we have the whole ICOSA ecosystem up and running. Our passive income is here. It's a great thing to see, you know, going through ICOSA. And we don't want to do that. And for people that don't know about ICOSA or this website here, ICOSA, I went to the app, icosa.pro is the website, and basically front end for Hedron staking. You can claim everything all in one. So I like using it. It's super convenient, and versus having to go through mint one by one all your stakes. So, you know, shout out to Alex for all he's doing. And then ICOSA is the yield coin, so you can now stake your Hedron. You stake your hex, and once you have a hex stake, you can then go mint your Hedron every day based on the amount of hex you staked. Obviously, the more you stake, the more you receive in Hedron, and then you can take your Hedron and sell it, or stake it, and earn ICOSA. So it's just a passive income wheel. And we're frozen. Great. All right, and we're back. Sorry about that. Looks like Icosa did not want to be friendly to us and froze us there, but oh well. So also pumping Pulse Doge over the last couple days. Started last week $3, we pumped up to over 5. So that's interesting to see. Always fun to have a couple of things to look at during the bear market that are pumping. You know, we're all degens, obviously, if we're in crypto. So to have our meme coin that we can kind of follow that we got for free is exciting. You know, I think every community needs a meme coin. It's just reality right now. And we have Pulse Doge and it's doing great. You know, I can't complain. It was free for all of us. And it's just kind of a moon bag, something to watch out for. And I've also been watching a lot of hex streamers lately talking about Pulse X and how clean the Dex is, and you know how exciting it's going to be. And a lot of people don't know that Saucer Swap the is Pulse X on Hedera. You know, this launched I think August 5th, and they've already got $17 million locked up. The market cap's $6 million, which is tiny, and it's just the new evolution of DeFi and dexes. So Saucer Swap, you know, it's super clean. I mean, this is exactly what PulseX is going to look like if you use the test net. And I've been using this now for almost 2 months, and you can provide liquidity in here. There's all kinds of pools. I did it just to test it out, and unless you're a whale, you know, it was not for me. You know, it just I lost a little bit of sauce. I gained a little bit of H bar, but the amount I ended up losing outweighed the gain in H bar. So I just did it for a couple days to see how it works. And you know, it's just too risky for me. I don't have deep enough bags, but they are there if it's something that you're interested in, and they're paying, you know, 140, 70%, 40%. So they're there. And we have Hashport Bridge, which is great. These guys are it's a bridge for Hedera, and they have so many. Um, where is this? Never mind. I can't find it. But there was the homepage, and it showed all the different coins that they had on the bridge here. And I mean, it was so every ecosystem from Solana to XRP. I mean, they're all there. So you're seeing a lot of stuff start to migrate over to Hedera just because how fast it is, how green it is. And I mean, this DEX is so clean, and it's 3-second swaps. So you need to use Hashpack Wallet. It's a Chrome extension or a Brave extension up here. You can download it. You get your seed phrase or your keywords, your seed phrase, and then you put your password in, log in. And I really like it because they have native staking coming. And if you look at, through here, I was looking the other day, look at who's running some of these nodes. When you have LG, S Worlds, you have Google, you have Boeing, DLA Piper, IBM, Deutsche Telekom, UCL, Avery Dennison, Standard Bank, EDF, Shinhan Bank, Chainlink, DBS, ServiceNow, Ubisoft. I mean, these are huge companies. So the fact that we're going to be able to delegate our H bar into these staking pools directly through our wallets, there's zero counterparty risk, which that's something that I love, because the thing that Richard Hart and Hex has taught us is to not give away your keys. So with H bar right now, I have it staked on Stater Labs, and the APY just dropped significantly from 20% down to 10% yesterday, because the amount that was locked, there was someone just put 750 million H bar in, and that rose up the value locked and brought the rate down. But I believe on the 3rd, tomorrow, it goes up a little bit. So it should be in the mid-teens, I believe. But either way, we're still at 10%. And this is going to slowly drop down to about 5 or 6, at which point I'm going to pull everything out of here and bring it over to my Hashpack wallet, which is and can be connected to your ledger. So you can be completely protected multiple ways. You have your seed phrase here in Hashpack, and then your ledger obviously is another layer of protection. So I will be doing that and just staking my Hedera right out of my Hashpack wallet with one of these nodes with, some of these major companies. And, they are part of the governing council at Hedera. So the biggest companies in the world, and there's still another 12 or so that are going to be filled. So just something to keep an eye out. Stater and their staking, and Saucer Swap, just how clean this DEX is. I think there's 40 coins or something like that right now in here. I mean, it's so new though. I was actually hesitant to talk about Zeus Marketplace, which is blowing up on Hedera now at first, because I thought it was just full of rug pulls and we were just so early into it. And now you're starting to see it become the go-to for Hedera. And with Hashgraph Hedera, what you want to do is you want to look to see if the coins or the projects are official partners of the HBAR Foundation, because the HBAR Foundation is what supplies all the money and all of the rewards to developers, to projects, to applications, either for staking rewards, money to build out. So if they are official partners of the foundation, they're given a certain amount of money, so you can kind of track it. It kind of takes away some of the risk for me. So when I saw that Saucer Swap was an official partner of the HBAR Foundation, it gave me a lot of confidence, because they were given a certain amount of HBAR, which were used to, build out their ecosystem. Versus Stater Labs, which was another partner of the foundation. They used their rewards purely, or their HBAR purely as rewards for staking on their website. So what the foundation is basically that confidence level that gives me in projects that they've been vetted, and it's something that they're willing to put money into to see grow. And getting in early, that's the key to projects. You want to get into them when other people aren't talking about them. Once things are pumping and you see it everywhere, all the money's been made and your exit liquidity. So that's, I really like Hedera and what they're doing with their ledger. It's open source and it's green, and it's needed for major businesses, for their supply chains, for their products. And it's going to be a big thing in the next couple. I'm going to talk about that here shortly. But just overall, in general, we saw that on Monday, there's an emergency Fed meeting that was called. So this was interesting to me, and it's something to keep an eye out for, because what we've been seeing the last couple months is 75-point raises. And if that, they've hinted at another raise and potentially a second raise at the end of the year to get inflation under control. But the results of this are detrimental. It's crippling the economy, and you're seeing it. The dollar right now is just skyrocketing in value compared to other currencies around the world. And that's a problem. The dollar, it's great for us, but it cannot sustain. So you're starting to see now is Japan is selling a ton of US debt. I think China's selling a lot of US debt. Europe, they don't have to worry about it because of the Fed, and they'll be bailed out by the central banks. And don't worry about the Fed. The central banks in Europe, they're taking care of them. But if this meeting on Monday, if they come out and they kind of change course, or they only do 0.25% rate hike, this could kind of signal the bottom, that the Fed is pivoting, and they realize that if they keep doing this, they're going to just completely destroy the markets. So I think that eventually, and this is inevitable. This article here, the headline is Bitcoin really decoupling from stocks? Experts weigh in. This is something that we've been here talking about for a while, is when is crypto going to decouple from the stock market? And they've been following, hand in hand the last 3-4 years. And, this is something that I think we will see next year. Bitcoin, it's starting to hold up. The stock market just got annihilated over the last couple months, and Bitcoin has kind of just trended sideways. So just the fact that you're seeing these articles start to come out, and not Bitcoin is used for money laundering, Bitcoin is being used for illicit activities. Now they're starting to actually say, can Bitcoin be used to save, the current situation? I mean, look at El Salvador, where Bitcoin is being used as currency. And then you think of countries where, like Lebanon, where their currency is inflated 80%, and they're still raising interest rates so they can get on the IMF's good side. So you're starting to see this come to fruition. And I wouldn't be surprised if inside the actual crypto market, you see certain coins start to decouple from the market. I mean, Bitcoin has always led the way, but you're starting to see it right now with Quant. And even though we're in the middle of the bear market, Quant has been pumping. Hex Machina and I talked about Quant in July, which was right down here at about $47. It was June. I'm sorry, June 27th, I think. So around $50 we were preaching, look at Quant. And sure enough, I mean, look at what it's done. It's gone on a tear. If you bought in anywhere around here, $40, $50, $60, I mean, you've already doubled up. And this Quant could be the outlier, I think, of this next bull run that you look at and say, okay, Quant's leading the charge. Where last bull run, it was Dogecoin and Chainlink. I think those were the two that kind of were in that position. But Quant now, I think, will be the one that kind of is the one to look at that front runs the market. There's so much going on behind the scenes with Quant, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. But this was another interesting article that I came across, that Fidelity, we saw that they're launching the EGX exchange with a bunch of partners, huge giants in the industry. But it was interesting now that they are launching a metaverse fund. So there's demand in crypto, but also the metaverse. So they are, what was the name of it? Okay, April next year, you're going to see the Fidelity Crypto Industry and Digital Payments ETF and the Fidelity Metaverse ETF. So they invest in companies that develop, manufacture, distribute, or sell products or services related to and establishing and enabling the metaverse. So this is computing hardware, components, digital infrastructure, design, engineering, software, gaming technology, the whole 9 yards. So this is coming in April next year. So we're starting to see the Fed is having an emergency meeting. Fidelity is opening up a metaverse ETF next year. Bitcoin potentially decoupling from the markets. And, this could be the change that we see in market sentiment, where the bottom could be in. If the Fed pivots and they stop jacking rates up, that could be a bottom signal. I think we're close, and only time will tell. But we could dump down 50%. I mean, at 60% overnight. I mean, this is crypto. Always expect the unexpected. So, article that I was really interested in, Quant is now partnering with LCX Exchange to advance CBD settlement and implementation. So LCX is an exchange. They have licenses in India, and where was the other one? That's what was interesting to me. Switzerland and India. So a lot has been talked about with India and the CBDCs lately, that Hedera is working with them for pilots. And it's interesting because India was the one that banned crypto along with China 50 times. And now you're going to seeing them be at the forefront of CBDCs. So all these countries that were so against crypto 3 or 4 years ago are now the ones rolling out the CBDCs, which was interesting. So LCX, they are a fully licensed exchange. They offer all kinds of tokens, including security tokens that are already legal. I was on the website and there are some coins that I've never heard of before. So security tokens are going to be something to keep an eye out on. I'm going to do some more research into that. But I think the Ripple lawsuit, it's going to end with some kind of legislation that either everything right now is a security and you have to be an accredited investor to buy them, or there's going to have to be some kind of grandfathering in use case, because everyone that owns this stuff right now, they can't just take it from you. So it's going to be interesting to see. There was an article that came out that U.S. Senator introduces No Digital Dollar Act to prohibit Treasury and the Fed from interfering with Americans using paper currency. So I really like this article because it shows you that there is opposition to this whole basically government tracking system with the CBDCs. You know, it's not good. Look at what China's doing with their CBDCs, their social credit. I mean, it's basically you spend your money where you're told. And Senator James Lankford from Oklahoma announced Thursday that he's introduced this bill, and it's to prohibit basically the Fed from scraping all cash out of the country and using digital currencies. He's saying the Secretary of the Treasury may not discontinue minting and issuing coins under this section if central bank digital currencies are issued. The bill details, and he's saying here that Oklahomans still prefer hard currency, or at least the option of hard currency. So this is good to see. You know, if this does, it's inevitable the CBDC is launching, but if the harder they come out with it, with out easing into it and giving you another option, there's going to be so much backlash. So this is good to see that there's already people out ahead of this that are going to fight it. So I really wouldn't worry. I think personally there's going to be two systems, and it's going to be primarily for welfare and people that are reliant on government, people that are disabled, stuff like that. Social security, that's what I think it's going to be for. But as far as like retail, I don't really see that just rolling out and us being forced to use this. I think cash is going to always be there. This is the United States, the home of the free, and there's going to be major backlash, I think, if they just kind of roll out some kind of social credit like China. So we'll see. It was good to see that this is actually coming out and is in the news. So Quant here, more than 2,000 companies are enrolled for their Overledger, the world's first blockchain agnostic API gateway. So basically what Quant is going to be the glue for the whole CBD system that's coming. And this article here was really interesting. It just talked about the benefits of the CBDCs, and I don't necessarily agree with their benefits. It's going to be just it's going to be direct results of launching them. But just the fact that out of the G20, 19 nations are pretty much locked up doing this. That's China, that's Russia, it's Brazil, it's India, all these companies that their currencies are being crippled by the Fed right now, and the dollar just gaining so much strength is horrible for these countries. So they're coming together hard to get out of pretty much slavery to the dollar. So I'll link this in the description. But just Quant is all tied into this. Partners with LCX Exchange, their Overledger, the glue to this next system. 2,000 companies already enrolled in it. And then the other company, Hedera, they are big time into the green movement, the just being fast and cheap and not wasteful like Ethereum. So their latest partnership here was with I think Siki was the name of it. Where was it? Okay, Karate Combo. Actually, let's talk about this first. So this Arcadia Global, sorry. This was their latest partner. And this is going to be massive because this is going to tokenize real estate on Hedera. And I don't think how big people understand or how I don't think people understand how big this is going to be and how much money is in the real estate market right now and how much friction there is. When you go to sell a house, I mean, from listing to closing, it's a nightmare. The amount of attorneys getting involved, the banks, underwriters. I mean, it's a process. So once you can move this over to NFTs, tokenize it, fractionalize ownership, it's going to really, really change and speed up real estate closings. And the fact that these guys are launching on Hedera is super bullish to me. You know, this has to scale. You know, projects of this size have to run on a ledger that is sustainable, it's scalable, it's fast, and also complies with the ISO standards. And Hedera does that. And another project that was coming was the Karate project. Where was it here? It's so cool. What they're doing is you can basically put money, you get Karate coin, and the coins are directly tied into matches. So it's kind of like UFC where they have live fights, and the fights are set up by coin holders, I believe. I mean, it was really cool. They're a DAO that handling control of its operations over to fans and athletes. So rather than like Dana White running everything, it's the app and the DAO set up all the fights. It's really cool. I don't know where the website was. Oh man, that I had for it, but it was so cool to see the actual demo that they had. There was real fights that actually happen, and everything is through the app in real time. You know, I'll pull it up on another stream, but it's called Karate, and it was just so cool to see. Let me see if I can actually find it on Twitter here. Yeah, Karate Combat. Okay, here we go. This was it. So where was the video? Come on. I guess it wasn't a video, but okay. So this is the ring right here. I mean, it's so cool. You have the two fighters, the crowd behind it, and the whole DAO basically does everything. I mean, they had 6.6 million digital views. That same month, Karate Combat had 143 million views, and the online community has 3.5 million fans. I mean, it's really cool. Here's the video. This was it right here.
Today, Karate Combat is announcing the largest fan giveaway in the history of sports. We're not giving away tickets or t-shirts, and we're never giving away the pin. This December, Karate Combat is giving away the keys to the actual league. We've been working for years to build a platform that gives our fighters and our fans control of Karate Combat. A league controlled by the locker room and the living room, not the boardroom. To do this, Karate Combat is issuing its own karate token. And over time, the league will give away half of them for free to our athletes and fans.
All the fans get these Karate Combat tokens, and they can actually influence the league. If they place their tokens on the fighter they think is going to win, and they win, they get more tokens. If not, they have to try again next time.
This isn't a monkey pick or a dog food. We're talking real transparency and control. And there's more. With our mobile app, you can boost your favorite fighters' bonus pools. And when they win, you win. Pick a winning fighter and earn more tokens, all without ever risking your stake. Don't forget to let us know where to send your tokens, Senpai. Ichi go, Ichi eat.
That's pretty cool, right? So it's real time. Basically UFC, but we're going to be able to influence everything. It's just something that it's the next evolution of where things are going. And when the fact that they chose Hedera and the fact that, Atma.io chose Hedera and what they're doing with their whole supply chain, all the clothes on shelves are going to have RFID chips that you're going to be able to scan with your phone and track all along the supply chain where they were, making sure there's no counterfeiting, making sure that everything is right. And it's really cool to see. So a lot is happening, and they're rolling it out in the next couple months. There was a huge influx in the test net about 2 weeks ago, about 2,400% increase. So Atma.io, Avery Dennison, LG, they're launching a whole NFT project on Hedera. So someone's running something massive on the test net. So you're going to see a lot of utility start to happen with these coins. And I think those are the ones in the next bull run, or once we kind of bottom out, that are going to start to take off. And I think inside of crypto, you're going to see certain coins decoupling. That once the Ripple lawsuit ends, which this was interesting here to see that the commissioner of the CFTC, which from what I'm hearing, they're going to have a lot of control over crypto moving forward. It's not going to be the SEC so much as the CFTC. And they're visiting Ripple's offices and then going to London to meet the Bank of England, which, if you've been paying attention, a lot has been going on with England. And now that the Queen is gone, they're really is shoving forward and urging the CBD system and pushing it out. So the pound or the euro right now is getting crushed. So it's going to be interesting to see how fast England rolls this new system out. And also Flare, for all you XRP holders. What's up, Tin Top? Thank you for stopping in. Good to see you, my man. Anyone that held XRP way back in the day, we are getting our Flare and Songbird tokens. I don't know when Songbird is happening, but Flare is happening October 24th to November 6th. So that's good to see. So for all of you that held XRP way back in the day, the snapshot is happening. And also Flare, they're in oh no, this wasn't it. They are this Metropolis world is partnering with Flare. And I was looking at it, and they have some huge celebrities that are part of this. Steve Aoki was a massive partner of it. And it's just good to see that use cases for these coins that were kind of dead for a while are starting to come back to life. I mean, it's been almost 2 years since we heard about Flare, and it's finally happening. So that it's interesting. And then this article here, the World Economic Forum launches Crypto Sustainability Coalition to leverage Web3 in climate change battle. So once again, this whole climate change, green agenda, that is going to be the reason all of this whole agenda is shoved in our faces. So this organization is composed of 30 companies, this crypto sustainability coalition. And what they're doing is they're partnering with the World Economic Forum, and they're launching an initiative to investigate whether they can be useful in the current fight against climate change. And, they're going to give all these reasons why that they need carbon credits and all this is coming. But the key to this is who's behind it and what coins specifically are working with the World Economic Forum. So that's something to also keep an eye out with. And, that's the XRP, XLMs of the world, your Hedera, XDC. Those are the ones that are super tied into the World Economic Forum. And also Stellar. That's something, XLM is a coin that has done nothing for so long, but they recently bought MoneyGram, and they are taking over all of micropayments around the world. So they just moved to the United Arab Emirates in Dubai, which their customer base is 160 million people, and they own MoneyGram. So you're going to start to see a lot with MoneyGram and settlement, and just how much they've helped or Stellar has turned them around. MoneyGram now, their transactions accounted for 44% of all money transfer transactions in a year. 44% of all, reflecting a significant year-over-year increase. I mean, so MoneyGram is, I think the stock is $10 or something like that. As soon as we found out Ripple had bought them in 2019, we bought MoneyGram stock, and it was like $3.50, and we were able to almost 3x on that stock. So when you see these partnerships, it's huge. So MoneyGram, XLM, Ripple, they're all tied together with the World Economic Forum. It's all about a carbon agenda and carbon credits and not polluting the environment. And this is what I wanted to talk about in this article right here. So among the cryptos involved and linked to the project are Solana, Avalanche, Circle, the Near Foundation, Ripple, and Stellar. So everyone's been bashing Solana. And I just saw again today that they had another problem with their network. But something tells me that Solana is a chosen one. You can call me, tin top. I'll put my tin foil hat on here. And I really think Solana is going to win in the long run, just because who's behind it. And the fact that it, even though it has all these problems, it's in beta mode right now. This is like a long test net. So they're getting all the problems out now and being fudded to keep the price down. So all of the money, like the Fidelities, the Black Rocks, there's trillions of dollars of money that is going to come into these markets I think starting next year, starting in 2023. Coinbase and BlackRock partnered. There's so much money on the sidelines. And I think right now what's happening is just massive FUD to get you to sell your bags so the big money can come in, scoop everything up, and start the next bull run. And that's where they're going to make their money, is in these coins. I don't think they're going to ban them. They're just fudding us into selling them. And it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. But us Hexicans, we hold strong. Hex is still doing its thing. And, you know, without Hex, I don't know where I would be, honestly. You know, how important Hex is in teaching you how to own crypto, I can't stress enough. I mean, delaying gratification in crypto is the key. I mean, buying when everybody is telling you it's a scam, it's going nowhere, it's a horrible project. I mean, look at Hex when it first came out. Scam, 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 scam. Everybody was funding it. So if you were one of the few that got in early when everyone was telling you to do the opposite, you were rewarded handsomely. And that principle right there is the key for crypto. You know, finding projects like, you know, like Hedron, like Icosa, all the stuff that's launching on Pulse Chain. There's so many good use cases that are coming, and it's finding those projects and, you know, not listening to other people, obviously doing research, listening to people for, you know, guidance or advice, but then, you know, you taking that next step and really taking a deep dive into the projects, into the owners. Are they, you know, why are they doing this? Are they doing it for money? Are they doing it because it's a passion? And in this ecosystem, you know, it's amazing just in Las Vegas to see all of the development and all the people out there that were so passionate about their projects they were building. You could tell it was not about the money. It was like Richard, it's about legacy. It's about building something that you can leave your name attached to. And you know, I'm so excited for when Pulse Chain launches, for all the stuff that's launching. I know PulsePot is about to launch on Binance. I know the Zen coin with Jack Levin. So much is going on there. You know, we are just so lucky here in this ecosystem. We are so far ahead of everybody else. I mean, it's not even funny. I mean, when you go to other communities and you see, sorry, I'm just trying to find where is it, the projects. Oh, I can't. That's all right. So when you go to other events, other projects, and we've been to several of them over the last year outside of the Hex community, it really puts into perspective and shows you how far ahead we are just as a community. I mean, everybody is here supporting each other no matter what. Yeah, there is the bickering, the back and forth, but that's going to happen when you have people with a lot of money and a lot of time on their hands. You know, it is what it is. But when we go to these other communities and they're having their first, second meetup, and there's 20, 30 people there, and they're acting like, you know, this is the greatest thing in crypto. It's like, man, where we had 20, 30, 50 people events at 50 stops at the KSB tour last year, just for onboarding people, that somebody took their own time and money and organized it. And it's so when you see 1,300 people coming in March to Maddie's conference and just how supportive everybody is of each other. I mean, we have something special here. And that, I think, community is going to be the biggest driver of projects in the future. It's, you know, everything is with NFTs and the metaverse, everything's going to be kind of isolated into smaller, you know, little niches of ecosystems and communities. And ours is ahead of everybody else out there. And that's something that, you know, I don't take for granted. And it just, I'm so happy that I'm in this community. We found it when we did. And, you know, everyone in the Discord server I was in before Vibra, all this, when I found Hex I was in the adoption amplifier, and I was showing it to the Discord server, and maybe 2 or 3 people listened. And it was so hard. I was the one that was doing the research. I was the person that found all the gems, Matic and VeChain and Zilliqa and Civic. They made crazy gains, but nobody would buy Hex. Everyone was just, oh, it's a scam. It's a scam. And to this day, it's getting easier to onboard, but still people are skeptical. I mean, there's just this stigma attached to the Hex community. And when you see what people are doing in real life, when the footage from Vegas, from all the parties, from Suzanne's fashion show, when you see that stuff, that's going to be, I think, the stuff that kind of breaks that stigma. You can't ignore that stuff. You can't ignore people coming together, people having a great time, people being passionate about something. That's what I think is going to really, see aside from the price chart and aside from, Hex being one of the best crypto out there. I mean, crypto's out there. I don't see how, when people FUD Hex, you show them videos of meetups, you show them videos of just everything we have going. And I think that right there, the proof is in the pudding right there. And man, I'm just so excited to be, here now. Pulse Chain launching. There's a couple of big, huge stakes are coming out this month. So I think we could see the bottom for Hex in the next couple months. Obviously, a penny's in play. I mean, heck, we could go down to under a penny. I mean, you never know. But I mean, we look at that, 110,000 stakers now. So that, I remember we just crossed over 100,000 right as Richard was coming to the United States. So 10% we've gained in maybe a month or two. So we're growing like crazy. The average length of stakes is growing. I mean, everything is just awesome right now. Everything is heading in the right direction. And look at that market. I mean, it doesn't get better. A nice bloody Sunday, and we're still all happy to be here. And we know we're super, what's the word? We're blessed to have Pulse Chain, PulseX coming. I mean, when that launches, that's going to be the talk of crypto. You're already starting to see major influencers, DIY investing, BitBoy. There's another one too that was shilling Pulse Chain and Hex for the first time ever. So the fact that these guys are doing it now, and the community we have, the amount of streamers, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited for the future. And if you get bored and are 99% staked, take a look at some of the other things going on in Hedera, with Saucer Swap. There's a whole list of projects on here that are doing some cool things. Jam and Tune FM is a project that's for artists and creators. H Suite, they are a massive launch pad for the ecosystem. Hedera Starter, they're doing a lot with the HBAR Foundation. Where was that? HST, Hedera Starter. And then Saucer Swap is the Pulse X of Hedera. I mean, this is such a clean DEX. This is what Pulse X is going to look like when it launches. This is the same code. It's a fork of Pancake Swap. So it's super clean. Farming, liquidity, bridging, staking coming soon. So this is Pulse X. I've been using it. I know how fast it is, how clean it is. So it just makes me that more excited that Pulse X, instead of having a fee every time you do something down here, there's the buy and burn. So instead of the fees going to, liquidity provider, it's getting burned. And what's that going to be? That is going to be extreme bullishness for the price, and it's going to be just help deflate and burn the supply faster and faster and faster. And then all the moves people are going to make from Pulse to Pulse X, people that missed out on the sacrifices, swapping back and forth. There's just so much that's going to happen. And, if you're not sure what to do, just sit back and watch. The worst thing you can do is sell and panic, and you can't get your coins back once you sell them if the market starts to roar. And that's something that a lot of people that are new, I hear the same thing. Every time I hit the sell button, I swear the price goes up. Every time I buy, the price goes down. And that's because the market is designed for that. It's designed to get you to buy on the way up. And so your exit liquidity, and then you sell on the way down, and it's never going to stop. So, that's trading too. And stay away. H bar. So I made a small move. Yeah, 10 times. It's no rush, man. I mean, if you missed the sacrifice for Pulse Chain or whatever, 100% definitely go Pulse X and RH. This is stuff that I am talking about and doing because we're 99% staked in Hex, and we get bored. And also a lot of clients I work with that I go meet for the first time, they own, I'm not going to say shit coins, but the coins they own aren't ones that are going to be around in the future. So I got to be familiar with them. So just doing research in other ecosystems, certain coins just stick out. And Hedera is one that with Avery Dennison, with Atma.io, with LG, with Boeing, you see all these partnerships. It's like, okay, at what point is this enough to say, wow, these guys are going to be around? You just look at the governance council right here. I just take a look at this right here. So they have 39 spots total, and 26 of them are taken up. But just look at the names on this list. I mean, they're the biggest companies in the world. And the reason they need Hedera is because all the supply chains and the product chains for these companies are massive. They need these huge distributed ledgers that are extremely fast, that can do hundreds of thousands of transactions a second, and are open to the public. So there's very few that can do it, and that can scale to a size and to a speed that these companies need. So it's going to be 100% a multi-chain ecosystem, and that multi-chain, the interoperability, the glue to all of that is quant. I mean, they are the glue to the multi-chain, to all of their overledger is basically the holy grail of the technology and DLTs for the CBDCs, everything they need. So, I just wish we could go back 3 months and to that stream where I was with Hex Machina. We were talking about quant. It was like $47, and it's like tripled since then. Yesterday it hit almost 150, which is, it's awesome to see that stuff in a bull market or in a bear market, while we're sitting here, waiting for Pulse Chain and waiting for this other stuff to happen. It's just exciting versus sitting and bitching and complaining. Oh, Pulse Chain's not coming yet. It's a scam. It's never launching. You can have that attitude, or you can go out and you can take a look at other stuff. And, like Saucer Swap, before it even launched, in May or in August, you could go, even right now, if you go right here to the website and you create a profile up here, it takes like 2 minutes to create your profile. And then you can go to their Discord server and you just link it up, and you can hit the faucet, I still do it. I mean, it's all, you get one sauce a day. I mean, I don't care. It is what it is. It's free coins. So, I mean, I do it 3 times a day, get a sauce, and then you can come in and swap it out for Hedera. You can swap it out for all the coins they have in here. So just by going to creating a profile, and then go into their Discord, they're all right here. I mean, you can literally click this button and get it'll. Actually, that's not it. Sorry, but yeah, if you link up and go to the Discord, go to the faucet, you just type in your Hedera address in the faucet, and it sends a tiny bit to your wallet, and it's free money. So it's just, you can accumulate a little bit of each. I mean, right now I think it's 2 sauce for each H bar, something like that. But yeah, you just look at my history in here, just 0.33 sauce, 0.33 sauce, and then you swap them out for H bar, and whatever, it's a little bit, but hey, each little bit, it adds up. So that's all I got for today. I just wanted to pop on quick here and just go through a couple things in the market, some news. This Fed meeting coming up on Monday or tomorrow. Wow, it's going to be interesting. So keep an eye out on that. If there's any signs of a pivot, I mean, that could be a bottoming sign. So thank you guys for coming. We're having actually a Spaces at 11 o'clock on Twitter. If you're not doing anything, come join us. I think we're going to just play the broadcast on here, so there'll be a audio of it. But we will see you guys on the next one. Tin Top, Erwin, thanks for coming by. Everyone else that watches this, appreciate the support. Obviously, we are not financial advisors, just a person sitting in front of a computer rambling about fake internet money. So don't do anything I say. Do the polar opposite. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance, we are the future of crypto.